crowd getting in full voice. Conor Benn has been talking this week about the stats showing 13 wins in 20 fights. Those 7 on points showing that he does have the boxing ability that Van Heerden says he doesn't.
The main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBA Continental Welterweight Championship. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. Was sponsored by Betfred and JD Sports. This bout is sanctioned under the auspices of the British Boxing Board of Control. The steward in charge is Robin Smith, and the World Boxing Association. The president, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza. The supervisor is Jesper Jensen. Introducing your 3 judges scoring this contest from ringside. From Germany, Oliver Bryan. From England, Howard Foster. And from Poland, Gregors Melinda. And at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring from England, A-star referee, Mr. Steve Gray. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set. We are here. This is it. The time has come. I said the time has come! From the 4 corners of the world to the 4 corners of this ring right here in Manchester, England, the fight starts now! Introducing first the challenger. He fights out of the red corner and wears white trunks with red trim. This South African southpaw scaled at already 10 stone 5 pounds. Professional record, 28 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 1 no decision, and 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Santa Monica, California, USA, by way of Mayerton, South Africa, here is the former IBO welterweight champion, the Heat, Chris Van Heerden. Van Heerden. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the black trunks with the silver trim. He scaled 10 stone 6 pounds. Professional record, 20 victories, no defeats. He has 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he makes his 6th defense of his Continental title. Here is the number 5 ranked WBA fighter in the world from Ilford, Essex, England, introducing the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA Continental welterweight champion, the popular, hard-hitting, and dangerous Conor, the Destroyer Benn!
Go boys, have a cold break, stop punching and take a step back. Don't throw punches around the back of the head and protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck, fellas.
Well, there's a special noise and a fever about a Conor Benn fight night. Angry and emotional, he's been described by Chris Van Heerden, but so far he's made the emotions work for him in a 20-fight unbeaten career. And so we're underway as Conor Benn, for only the 2nd time in his professional career, faces a southpaw, but this time at a much higher level. Benn looking to pick him off with the jab as Van Heerden gets on the back foot straight away, as he did against Jerome Ennis last time around. Working away on the inside, and then following up to the head, but Van Heerden replying as well in that close quarter exchange.
Yeah, nice little short right hook from Van Heerden.
Conor Benn looking to land big shots straight away there as he backs up Van Heerden, but Van Heerden was on the counter punch there and he had some success, so that'll just keep Benn honest a little bit and let him take his time. But he's flat-footed, his legs are wide, so he's looking for power straight away here, Conor Benn.
He's got to be wary about leaving himself open in his keenness to get close.
Benn is looking to come in low, get low on his legs and then come up with the shots, because Van Heerden lifts his head straight up in the air. Van Heerden, good left hook from Benn. Van Heerden looking for that left uppercut to the body and to the chin. Good action here.
Happy to punch with him. Right hand, left hook from Conor Benn, and Van Heerden backs onto the ropes. Another good left hook from Conor Benn with a minute to go in the opening round.
Conor shouldn't go head hunting, he should start with the body and then finish in the head. Go to the body first.
I'll tell you what, both guys here throwing big shots, big hurtful, meaningful shots. Benn loaded up a little bit too much there, looking a bit wild, but Van Heerden really looking good for that counter and that southpaw. He looks quite composed and cool, and almost he's weathered the storm, and he looks very much in this fight and quite relaxed in there.
It's the right hook from Van Heerden. The left uppercut, right hook from Van Heerden every time.
Good body work there from Van Heerden, very composed, doesn't seem rattled at all.
But his legs do look a bit stiff.
The South African measuring the shots as Benn charges forward. Another good right hand from Benn, and this time Van Heerden attempts to hold on.
Just getting a little bit overwhelmed there sometimes. Benn rushes forward, leans on him, bit of a clash of heads, a bit messy, but Van Heerden, make no mistake, you can see he's a quality operator. But Benn looking aggressive and looking successful, and I like the way he's trying to pick them shots, but he's just a little bit too wild.
Two nice counter jabs from Van Heerden to end the round.
What a lively first round.
Send out round two.
Well, there was so much criticism of Chris Van Heerden when he was announced as Conor Benn's next opponent, but already showing his ability here, and with Dad emblazoned on the waistband of his trunks, inspired by his late father, he said that he would take the opportunity when it came in a big arena.
Conor has to think about this, be a bit more methodical, a bit more method to his attacks. Van Heerden is quite sharp on the counter, and he's awkward. He moves a lot, and he'll make you fall short, and then he'll make you pay.
A different kind of challenge presented by a southpaw. Only the second that Conor Benn has faced in his career. Big right hand, so often the best shot against a southpaw, and Van Heerden is badly hurt and goes down with still 2 minutes to go in the second round. He's in bad shape, and the referee decides he's seen enough. A sensational finish for Conor Benn after an ultra-competitive opening round when there looked to be danger in store for Benn. He produces a brilliant right hand and follows up to score a very, very impressive finish. Composed, the angry, emotional man, so composed now, waiting for the opportunity, picked his shots, and once again has scored an inside-the-distance victory, and the crowd here just love it.
The thing about it is, Mike, you get used to defending hooks, and then he throws the 1-2 down the pipe. What you do with an Algerian? Caught Van Heerden with a beautiful right hand and finished him off well. Picked his shots well. And he thought he was going to win here, overwhelmed the older man. first round, it was quite competitive and he had to eat a couple of shots. But when he landed that right hand, he made no mistake about it. And it was a good stoppage. There was no need to let him continue because he was badly hurt. He's still recovering now in the corner, Van Heerden. Sensational, and another highlight reel knockout for Conor Benn.
What a run of victories for Conor Benn. A warm embrace here. Sebastian Formella on point, Samuel Vargas and Adrian Granados, who he says taught him a valuable lesson about cutting off the ring, which we saw the product of tonight. And last time out, a sensational right hand putting paid to Chris Algieri. A similar shot here tonight against Chris Van Heerden.
When you put together the Vargas knockout, the Algieri knockout, and this one here tonight, sensational. One of the most exciting fighters to watch right now, Conor Benn. See, straight down the pipe. Straight down the pipe, and then the finish was emphatic. Made no mistake, and it was this one right here, boom. Oh, chopping down right on the ear, on the temple. See, Van Heerden was waiting for the hooks every time, the wide punches. Conor Benn just changed his tackle, went straight down the line. Got the older man hurt, got him shaking, got him rocking, changed uppercut to Hudson in place, chops down with the right hand.
And the snipers, Andy, who were out in force beforehand, saying that Chris Van Heerden wasn't a worthy opponent. No one's done that to the South African. Errol Spence, albeit in 2015, took 8 rounds to get rid of him. And that, by any judgment, was a very, very impressive performance.
When you knock him out like this, Mike, everyone loves knockouts, you know? And it doesn't really matter, as long as they're world rated. Listen, the welterweight division is full of killers. There's some top talent in the weight division, so they've got a star here in Conor Benn. An exciting fighter who's improving all the time, whose confidence is growing all the time. So keep matching him against world-rated fighters like Van Heerden until the time is right. And when the time is right, Tony Sims will know, Eddie Hearn will know. They'll put him in with a world champion.
And we saw even in the first round as well, as Sims and Benn hug in the centre of the ring. Another job well done. How he's prepared to take chances, and that will only add to the appeal of the man. And I was talking earlier about there is a frenzied atmosphere when he's in the building.
Everyone knows what they're going to get. It's like a movie star. If you're watching a movie with Jason Statham or Tom Cruise, you know it's going to be action. If you're watching a film with Denzel Washington or, you know, Mark Rylance, you know it's going to be dedicated acting. But if you're watching a fight with Conor Benn, you know it's going to be action. It might be a knockout.
Andy Lee, the fully paid up member of the Culture Club. Let's get the official time then from our MC for tonight, David Diamonte.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Gray calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 59 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by TKO. He's still undefeated and still the WBA Continental Welterweight Champion, Conor the Destroyer Benn!
So Conor Benn takes the plaudits, takes the acclaim here at the Manchester Arena. He moves on in his career closer and closer to the top end of the welterweight division. In a few hours' time, there's a very important unification fight between Errol Spence and the Cuban Yordenis Ugas. There will be many who say that Conor Benn isn't quite in that category just yet, but he's taken another step forward here tonight. And your general thoughts, Andy, as Conor Benn talks to Van Heerden in the ring about where he goes from here, looking at the strength and the talent, the abundance of talent, even beneath the world champions in the welterweight division.
What I said earlier, Mike, they've got an attraction here for Conor Benn, an exciting fighter. And he's a learning fighter and an improving fighter even now. So no need to rush, no need to throw him in there yet. This time next year, he'll be ready for those guys. With 2 more fights in between, it'll be the perfect education for him.
Another top quality night of boxing here on DAZN. Sensational inside the distance finish by Chris Billum-Smith. And Conor Benn maintaining his unbeaten record, extending his knockout success ratio with a quite brilliant dismissal of Chris Van Heerden in just a couple of rounds.
You can see the fire in Katie Taylor. Canelo Alvarez, this is a champion in his prime.
The uppercuts, the body shot. First blood to Joshua Buatsi.
The fight starts now!
Fantastic performance from Conor Benn. He's actually trying to call Amir Khan into the ring. Amir Khan gets into the ring as well. It's a friendly embrace, which is nice. I didn't expect that. Let's bring them both over. Conor first, fantastic performance. I think Manchester enjoyed that one.
I completely missed that.
That's a fantastic performance. I think Manchester enjoyed it.
Yeah, listen, everyone thought Southpaw was going to be a problem, but when I'll beat anyone put in front of me, I stand by that.
It's difficult. You got Amir Khan right behind you there. You asked him to come in the ring.
Of course.
Amir Khan, obliged. He's in the ring as well. Are we trying to sort something out here? What's going on?
You got to ask the man here himself. You got to ask the man here himself.
I've just come here today just to enjoy the champ, enjoy the boxing. I mean, Eddie told me to get in the ring. I just want to enjoy it, just like everyone else enjoyed it today. I'm a boxing fan, want to be here, and champion put on a great performance there. And look, I'm sure he's going to go far in life. I mean, he's got a brilliant career, and we can only support him, man. That's what it's all about.
Amir, you haven't yet announced your retirement yet, though, Amir. There's been rumours that you want one or two more. Potentially Conor Benn?
I mean, at the moment, I'm spending time with the family. Who knows? I might announce something tomorrow. I might announce something in the next couple of months.
Listen, I mean, we know money always talks. That always talks.
I made a lot of money in the game. I think it's about just enjoying this time off at the moment, and then once the hunger comes back again, let's see where we go from here.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Let's see where we go back indeed. I mean, I really appreciate you coming in the ring.
Listen, it's no disrespect from our part. Listen, if I achieve half what this man achieved, I'll be happy. So listen, he's a world champion. But listen, idols to rivals. Every young up-and-coming fighter wants to challenge themselves against the best who they were at the time. Do you know what I mean? So that's all that is. Challenges.
Would you want the fight, Amir?
Like, he's a young, hungry lion. I mean, who knows? I mean, the people want to see the fight.
Do the people want to see the fight?
Listen, it's tough. I mean, look, he's a great champ. But let's see what happens, man. At the moment, like I said, I'm just enjoying my time off. I'm gonna get back in the gym again. I mean, this is great motivation. This is. So let's see, Eddie. What are you saying?
Eddie, what are you saying, Eddie? You mentioned a few names to me the other day. You mentioned Adrian Broner. You mentioned Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, Kell Brook. You didn't mention Amir Khan, but the word whispers that Amir Khan wants a couple more.
No, look, Amir's here to support tonight. We'll see what happens in the future. The most important thing next for Conor Benn is a big fight and a big step up. The test tonight was the experience, the southpaw of Chris Van Heerden. It took one round for him to get used to that before he absolutely demolished him. And when you demolish the opposition like that, you need to make big jumps. I think the progression of Conor Benn has been tremendous. We've boxed him all over the country. Great crowd in Liverpool last time out. Great crowd in Manchester tonight as well. And this is a true star of British boxing. This can be a global star. This used to be a gimmick. This is now an elite.
He's getting more boos than you get.
It's good. It sort of softens my boos. But listen, this is an elite welterweight fighter. He's going to go on and become a world champion. Now we've got to step up the opposition. He's had a great development. Vargas, Granados, Algieri, Van Heerden. Now it's time for the more serious players in the division. It won't be Amir Khan next. He's going to not be around till the end of the year. But I'm talking about Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Adrian Broner, all these guys. David Avanisi. I know that gets asked, but we want a big fight. We want a marquee fight. And finally take him back to London and fill up that beautiful O2 as well. But it's been a brilliant journey on the road with Conor Benn. He's a superstar, and he's really, really good. We would take a lot of these top guys now. You've got to understand the route that we're on. We know what we're doing. The progression's been perfect, but it's time for a serious test this summer.
Conor, you have put in some really good performances. Algieri was fantastic. We knew that Van Heerden was going to bring his own problems because of the southpaw stance, and a lot of people were saying you never have fought a southpaw before. You silenced a few critics there tonight with that southpaw performance.
Listen, and I'll keep silencing them. Do you know what I mean? So anyone they put in front of me, I'll deal with. Southpaw, orthodox, boxer, puncher, you know, I'll deal with them. If I like boxing, and then I'll knock them out. It's just the way I am. Do you know what I mean? I go in there and I try and take their head off, and that's exactly what I do.
Give me a name, Conor. Every time I ask you, I know, look, I can see it on your face now, you're frustrated every time I ask that question. Give me a name, who do you want next?
Well, listen, if you want the big British domestics, we'll have Brooke or Khan. I don't think any of them fancy it, which, well, obviously not, and neither does Brooke. But, you know, all the talk and all that, listen, it's all just talk. Do you know what I mean? He really don't fancy, he wants to fight Junior instead of 154. I don't blame it, it's a compliment. Do you know what I mean? So then if not, then we push on for near world titles. You got Ugas and Spence fighting tonight, you know? So listen, I'm top 5 every governing body. I'll leave the matchmaking to them and I'll just get in there and iron them out. That's my job. The promotion, the fighters, the deal, that's all their job.
He is correct though, isn't he, Eddie? His job is to do the business in the ring. He does the business in the ring. Your job is to make the big fights from outside of the ring. Potentially, what's the closer fight, do you think? Is it a Kell Brook? Is it a Broner? Is it a Danny Garcia? What's the one you think's easier to make?
One name I didn't mention was Kell Brook. I think that's the perfect fight to establish who is the best welterweight in Britain. I think you're looking at him right here. And I think he's a young man, he's a dangerous man, and he's got so much more to give to the sport. But, you know, Kell Brook wants the cash out. We'll try and give him the cash out. He asked for 10 million quid. That's steep even by our standards. That tells me you don't want to fight, but we'll see. We'll see what happens over the next couple of weeks. But this is the future. This isn't about cash out. This isn't about one last roll of the dice. This is a young man that has 4, 5, 6 years at the elite end of the sport of boxing, who can go on, win world championships at 147 pounds, 154 pounds. You do it right. You don't just jump in and roll the dice, especially when you've got his work ethic. Sometimes you look for a cash out fight when you've got a kid that's got a bad work ethic, that don't go in the gym, that balloons in between fights. You don't have to do that with Conor Benn, because guess what? He's crushing it in the gym.
He really is crushing it in the gym. Conor Benn, final word from you. Look, you know, you're from Ilford, but you fought in Manchester twice. The fans love you here.
Mate, up north, I get so much love. It's so overwhelming. I'm so grateful for all the support. You guys really are amazing. You really turned out for me tonight. So I just want to say thank you. You lot are amazing. Honestly, thank you.
Keep crushing it in the gym, Conor. Keep crushing it.
That's standard.
It is standard indeed. Congratulations, Conor. Well done.
Well, all that crushing it in the gym finally paid off, didn't it? Conor Benn remains unbeaten, 21 wins now. This one in Manchester by way of TKO in round 2. What a night for him. This is more than just a win for him, though. Does it mean now that he's ready for that marquee fight, as Eddie was saying there? He wants to be a world champion. He is well on his way to proving he can be. We'll get more reaction from Carl Froch and Tony Bellew right here on DAZN coming up next.